I need my warriors right here. Come on, warriors.
Hey, y'all. Good evening. Come on in. Come on in, everyone. Come on in.
You may look like sick. You may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded.
Come on in, tag, share with somebody, invite somebody on, even if they have to go back and watch the replay. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys have had a great day. I hope you have had a great week thus far. It's hump day, y'all. We've made it. Come on in. I promise I will not be before you long. I just wanted to come and share these encouraging nuggets with you for wisdom, our Wisdom Wednesday segment. And before I go on, just in case those of you who have not who have not registered for the Healing Begins with Revealing um, recap session that I will be doing on March the 13th is via Zoom, and it is free. It's free. So anybody, all are welcome, women, men, all are welcome. But it's just a recap of round two. Round two for Healing Begins with Revealing dealt with um me versus me, you versus yourself. And so it was fun. It was a phenomenal event. And I want to do and was asked really when was the next Healing Begins with Revealing event, which it will be. um I will get the information about that soon. I've been planning and seeking God and in reference to what round three should look like. And so I am excited. I can't wait to get out the information so that you can begin registering for round three. But until then, round two's recap for me versus me will be Monday, which is March the 13th. If you go on my social media, my personal social media, or the Renovating Lives page, or if you are in my private women's group of Women on a Mission, then you can click the link and then you can register. As I said, that session, that question and answer um, session class is free. And so we can dive into some things. We can get some, you can get some more insight, you can ask some questions, and it's very informal. So please feel free to invite your friends or whomever, because I will be closing off registration soon. So make sure you go and register and invite someone. Also, if you have not ordered my book um on Amazon, I'm trying to find a copy on Amazon, please do so. It's Be Unique, Overcoming the Odds. You can go and purchase this book on Amazon. I have been so elated and so grateful and humble to not only get the reviews that people have sent me or may have posted on this on Amazon site, but just the testimonies that have come just from reading that book. Um, this book hopefully has blessed the lives of individuals who have purchased it. It's a book that you can utilize and take some of the tools and some of the strategies and things to help you daily, monthly, yearly. It's one of those books you can always reflect to. It's not a long read, but it has a lot of meat in that book. And so I will be actually launching something else this year in reference to that book. So you might want to go ahead and purchase the book, because you're going to need this particular book with what I'm going to do, what the Lord has led me to do with that, with this particular book. And so, but I want to thank you for those of you who are new to Wisdom Wednesdays. I am Dr. Perkins. I'm Coach L, Coach P. I am a certified coach and a certified mentor. There's a lot of different things that I do on the back end outside of my career, but inside of my purpose. And so I do a lot of things behind the scene, but one of the main things that I love to do is help push people into their purpose so that you can birth what God has for you to do. And so this Wisdom Wednesday, God's led me to give some words of transformation, to give some words of wisdom when it comes to get rid of comparison. Okay, get rid of comparison. If you are comparing yourself to others, if you were stagnated and stalled in your own purpose because what you know that God has given you, or you may not, but you're comparing it to other people. Comparison kills. Okay, comparison kills, comparison steals. Okay, so you got to know who you are and what God has called you to be. Many of you may have been sitting for years, months, decades on something that God has told you to do, but you're comparing how you sound, how you look, how you walk, how you shape, how, what your educational background to someone else's, and God is not looking for that. You understand? But before I get into that and give you a few nuggets, I want to now, for those of you who may not be Bible readers or Bible scholars, you don't even have to be a scholar, may not even know about the story of Cain and Abel. I'm just going to touch on a few scriptures because I am wise enough to understand that many of you that may come to watch Wisdom Wednesdays, all of you may not be believers. Or if you're a believer, you may not believe the same thing that I may believe. Wisdom Wednesdays is a space, it's a safe space, but it's also a space that doesn't look at all of those things. I come to provide you words of wisdom in order for you to live a transformed life, and that's all. It's out of the judgmental zone, out of the zone that one religion is better than the other. It's none of that. Wisdom Wednesday is not about none of that. Wisdom Wednesday is to help you live a maximized life. Wisdom Wednesday segments are to help you live a transformed life so that you can be all that you're supposed to be while you're on this earth. So again, thank you for joining. Thank you for my repeat viewers that come every week to support Wisdom Wednesday. But I'm gonna give you this scripture. You can go read it at your leisure. But these are the scriptures I want to highlight. Okay. So I want to highlight Genesis chapter 4. But I want to give you a little background, okay? Eve. So you got Abel, you got Adam, and you have Eve, okay? They gave birth. Eve gave birth to Cain and Abel. So they were brothers, okay? They were brothers. But I want to read you this. I want to read you let's start with verse 2. Now Abel kept flocks and Cain worked the soil. In the course of time, Cain brought some of the fruits of the soil as an offering to the Lord. And Abel also brought an offering of fat portions for some of the firstborn of his flock. The Lord looked with favor on Abel. He looked with favor. He approved Abel's offering. However, he did not look with favor when it came to Cain. So Cain became angry. He became angry at, yes, I said his brother. They had the same parents, his brother. He became angry because the offering that he gave up was not favored upon by God. But listen, then the Lord said to Cain, why are you so angry? Why is your face downcast? Verse 7, if you do what is right, will you not be accepted? I'm going to leave it right there. If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? So I'm going to pull out of that. So you have jealousy. Okay, Cain was jealous of his brother Abel. They both brought an offering. However, Abel's offering was accepted and Cain's was not. And the favor of the Lord was upon Abel, but it wasn't upon his what Cain. So what Cain did, he got mad, he got upset. He ended up killing his brother and then lying to the Lord, right? So let me tell you something. It says, why are you angry? Why is your face looking downcast? If you do what is right, why is it that you are comparing yourself with someone else? If you do what God has you to do for you, what he wants you to do, he's going to give you favor. Your favor may not look at like your brother, your sister, somebody in a church, somebody that you may know, your best friend. However, God told Cain, why are you upset? Why are you mad? You evidently didn't do what you were supposed to do. So he was upset because his offering was not favored. Why is it that we get upset when we're not doing what we're supposed to do, but we get mad and upset and have this comparison thing when it comes to somebody else, when we're not even supposed to be doing that anyway? So you're comparing yourself with your brother or your sister. They're walking in their will, but you're not. But you get angry and you get upset. So you start backbiting. You start tail bearing. You start doing all of those things because you're angry, but you didn't do what God told you to do. You didn't do what he assigned you to do. You're not walking in your lane. So you're comparing yourself to someone else. But that is not what he calls you to do. You want God to bless mess. You want him to bless something that's not according to his will, but you're killing your neighbor. You're killing your sister or your brother. You're killing your best friend because you did not do what God told you to do. And that's what I came to talk to you about tonight. Get rid of comparison, because the comparison, the jealousy, the envy, all of that is rooted into something else. It's a root to that thing. You can't get mad because God is favoring someone else. And number one, it may not be your time. Number two, you may be in the wrong lane or in the wrong vein, but you're getting mad because he's blessing someone else. Why not clap and congratulate your sister or your brother? It may not be your time, bro. It may not be your time, sis. Even if there's someone that's close to you. That's what happened. He said, if you do what was right, would you not think that you would be blessed? We get upset, and we can get upset sometimes about things that we cause upon ourselves, for being disobedient, for not hearkening to the voice of the Lord, for not doing what he says do according to his will, but get upset. Yeah. Jesus. But I come by to tell you on tonight, I come by to encourage you on tonight to get rid of comparison and get in the vein of God. Get rid of comparison and find out what is it he wants you to do. Get rid of comparison and walk in his total will and not your own. Because if he would have done what God wanted him to do, his offering would have been favored as well. But instead, he got upset, he got mad, and he killed his brother. But God still turned around and spared him, because he knew that God knew. And God blessed him by making it so when he left the country he was in, that no one would kill him. After the wrong that he did to his brother, because he was not his brother's keeper. Many of you say that I'm my brother's keeper, but you just as jealous as I don't know what. You just as envious as I don't know what. And we got to get that thing rooted out so that you can run, you can move, you can have the favor of the Lord. If it not been for God that was on your side, my side, where would we be? But don't expect God to bless no miss. Don't expect God to give favor upon something that he didn't even call for you to do. Don't expect it. Get rid of that comparison and get to the root of why you continue to compare yourself with someone else. Both of y'all bringing the same thing, but God favored the other person. God favored Abel, but Cain got mad. God, you're doing some of the same things in your ministry or on your job that somebody else is doing. But is your motives wrong? Is that what you're supposed to be doing? Are you doing it with a unclean heart? Are you doing it with wrong motives? You're both doing the same thing at work. However, your boss favored your colleague. Why do you get mad? Find your spot, find your position, and find out who you are so that you can move accordingly to what God has called you to do, so that He may bestow upon you favor. Because favor is fair when it's according to the will of God. When it's according to the will of God. I want you to catch that. Whether if you're an unbeliever or a believer, I want you to catch that. In order for you to move accordingly and for God to favor you, you have to do and be what He has called you to be. You can't be and do what I'm doing, because if He didn't tell you to do that, then He's not going to favor that and He's not going to bless it. So many people, you're looking at what somebody else is doing, when if you stay in your own lane in vain, He would bless it. He will bring favor. Sometimes we always say, oh, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. The Bible says when He blesses, He added no sorrow to it. Everything is not a blessing, y'all. So we need to stop saying that, because the Bible says He added no sorrow to it. He added no sorrow to it. And that's what it is. Stop getting yourself in situations. Stop doing things that's out of God's will, because He's not a temporary blesser. Oftentimes we get in the way and the sorrow comes because we put our will in it. And that's not what he said. When He blesses, He added no sorrow. And the word is the word. So I just come by on this evening to encourage you to get rid of comparison so that you can fulfill and maximize your full potential in life and walk in your own purpose. If you find out that you're doing things that God is not favoring, every time you turn around is this, that, and the other, then you need to go back to the beginning and check, God, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? You need to go back to your maker and find out. Don't kill the messenger. Don't kill someone else who's elevating and you're not. Don't kill your brother or sister that seems like, they're blessed. This is happening for them, but it may not be for you. Don't do it. Walk according to His will and watch what God will do for you. Stay in your lane. Like He asked Cain, why are you upset? Why are you looking like you're looking? Do you not think if you did what you were supposed to do that I wouldn't bless you too? Yours wouldn't be favored? So we don't get mad. Stop getting mad about not receiving the same blessings that your brother or sister may be, because you need to go back and check to see if you're doing the right thing. That's called assessing and evaluating. Okay? So I hope that I said something on this evening that gave you an aha moment, that encouraged you, that even, listen, like, you know what? She's stepping on my toes tonight. Because guess what? Ain't no use to me comparing myself to my brother or my sister when that ain't even what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm looking at them upside the head because this and that and the other. And it's not favored by Him. I keep going in circles. I keep going in cycles, doing the same thing, the same way, getting the same results, because He hasn't favored it, because that's not what He asked me to do. It's plain and simple. God bless you. Be blessed. Have a blessed rest of the week. Be encouraged. And guess what I want you to do? I want you to walk in your purpose and intentionally. But you can only do that by obeying and God's instructions for the will that He has for your life. God bless you. And I will see you on Wisdom Wednesday next time. Be encouraged. And don't forget to go and register for the event on March 13th and go and purchase my book. See you soon.